Yesterday, my daughter-in-law's mother brought over some treats to her house, and she had made these little sausage balls. And I have never really liked sausage balls. I don't know, they just don't taste good. I would normally just pick one up and bite it and push it to the side. They're okay. They're not something I crave until yesterday, until she opened up the container and said, "Here, try one." I've been in love ever since. All I can think about is these sausage balls. But they were not your regular little round balls. They were like pillows. They were like clouds. They were little biscuits stuffed with cheese and garlic and sausage. It was absolutely one of the best things I've ever eaten. There's my oven, it's preheated. Now, I honestly do not know how this is going to turn out. And I don't know if it will actually be anything like those little fluffy biscuits that Renee had yesterday. I really wanted to be greedy and eat them all. 1 pound of regular breakfast sausage. Oh y'all, this sausage smells so good. Okay, that is off, and I'm gonna take this out and let it cool on a sheet pan with some paper towels, because I want to get all that grease out. We don't want our biscuit to be greasy. I'm gonna take this and take it out of our pan. They had to be so good for me to crave them. I could not quit thinking about them. I could not quit thinking about them. Now we've got our sausage cooked and it's cooling. And now I'm going to get out and make my biscuits. I hope it tastes just half as good as those sausage balls that Renee made. They were clouds. They were sausage clouds. I'm going to make the biscuit dough now. I have preheated my oven to 425 degrees. We are going to put in 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, then we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, now we're going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. It's going to be yummy. Now we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to mix it around just a little bit. Okay, we're going to need 1 stick of cold butter. I am using Kerrygold. That's all I had in the refrigerator. And I'm just going to, this is cold butter, so I'm just going to kind of slice it up. I just find it's easier. And then I can take a pastry dough. Let me let my little dog in. It's cold outside. Okay, now we're back. This is really cold. It's kind of hard to even cut. Just be easier when I go to break it up. Actually, I'm just going to use my little chopper. I think I like it better than using the little blender. Okay, my hands are clean. Gotta keep your hands clean. Now I'm just gonna kind of crumble this up a little bit more. That is really nice. Use the chopper. I think you'll like it. consistence with little piece. Ensure I don't have no big chunks of butter. I would wear black today that I'm making biscuits. I just couldn't quit getting them off my mind. Tomorrow I am doing a chocolate meringue pie for my sister's birthday. So you gotta make sure you hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. That pie, so good. But I think these biscuits are gonna be awesome. I just hope they turn out like Renee's. Close to Renee's, let's just say that. We're gonna add 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I think I'm gonna need to shred some more cheese, not for this, but for some other things. I do shred my own cheese. It's just gotten so expensive. I'm just gonna put it all in there. I think it'll be good. I have 1 cup of very cold buttermilk. I'm just going to use my little chopper and kind of blend it around. Y'all hear my dogs? I have yappers for dogs. They bark at everything. There's a little squirrel that tortures one of my little dogs, running from tree to tree, just torturing my poor little dog. Now we are going to put in our 1 pound of sausage. I'm gonna set that to the side. I think I want to add some green onion. I want to chop it up really good. I figured these would be really good for my grandson. He's at that stage where he's almost 2. He'll be 2 in a couple weeks. And he doesn't want to eat. So he loves food, but I'm thinking these might be really good. He wants to hand carry everything. So I'm just going to pop this in here. I decided to put in 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. I just think that's going to give it a really good flavor. We don't want to overpower it, but we want just a little touch of it. What did I do with the lid? See, I can't even find the lid. I'm just mixing it up like this. I just find that if I do this, it doesn't get as tough. I want my biscuits fluffy, and the more you mess with it, the tougher they get. So I made sure I washed my hands really good. And now we are going to get these biscuits together. And don't be scared to add a little bit more milk. I think I'm going to need just a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's what it needed. Y'all, this smells so good. Did I tell you I preheated my oven to 425? Oh yes, I did. Perfect. I'm just going to let this sit just a second. I'm going to get out my rolling pin and a little bit of extra flour. Y'all, this is beautiful. I'm going to get out some wax paper. But first, I am going to grease my pan with a little bit of shortening and a little bit of flour. I always use Crisco and a little bit of flour if I don't have Baker's Joy. I love Baker's Joy. Anything to make it easier. But today, this was a spur of the moment type thing. And you know what? That's the way life is. Never know what you want sometimes. It don't always happen. My cravings don't always go with what I've planned. So, there's always a plan B. And sometimes I like plan B better than plan A. Woo, done. Now, let's get this biscuit dough out. Oh my goodness. This smells so good. Okay. I got a little flour on my rolling pin. Just gonna roll this out. I like to put it on parchment paper. You can just turn the parchment paper. Now I got me some biscuit cutters. And I don't know if I want to make 6 large or 12 medium. I'll do 12. I'm going to make mine thick. That's the way I want mine today, thick. But I want my biscuits to taste similar to Renee's. But hers were tiny little clouds. I guess I'm trying to make great big clouds. Look at that biscuit. What I do is I just take the size, the end size of the leftovers and pop it in there, then we'll still know the thickness. And I really want it to right here. I want my thickness here. So that worked out perfect. Just stuffed it in there. And I have just enough left that I might make a little sausage ball. I can check on it. I can check on it in a few minutes. But that's about as big as Renee's were. And this was a little sausage ball, but hers were like little bit. I'm telling you, they were perfect. Never had any ever like that. These are going to go into a 425 degree oven for about 20 minutes. I'm going to say 18 to 20 minutes. And oh, I forgot the butter. I got to put 2 tablespoons of butter on top of these. How could I forget that? I got a feeling these are going to be delicious. You could probably use bacon, ham, you could probably use anything. Swiss cheese, pepper jack, Gruyere, whatever you like. I'm just trying to mimic them sausage balls. So I'm going to put these into a 425 degree oven for about 18 to 20 minutes. I'm going to check on them in 18 minutes. I think they're going to be so good. I might take my mama one. I always take my mama's stuff. What I need to do is make sure I take my grandson some. I'm going to be a grandma again next week. Little girl, I'm so excited. My little Axe is going to be a big brother. So now I'm going to clean up and get these few little dishes washed. That didn't take no time at all. And I already got my frying pan washed. I want to share just a little tip with you. you know, you have to grease a pan and get out the shortening and the flour and all that if you don't have baker's joy or something like that. You know what I've just started doing? I just started putting me a little bit of flour and a little bit of shortening in different jars, putting it in a little bag and putting it right with my baking stuff. I don't have to get it out every single time that I need to flour and grease something. This just saves me time. Just a little tip to help save us some time, and we all need a little extra time. I bought some beautiful parchment paper to line my pans with and all that, and I can't find them. I lost them one day last week when I was baking. I got them out. I've only used them one time and they've disappeared. I can't find them. I don't know if I accidentally threw them away. I just can't imagine doing that. I just cannot find them, and I have looked everywhere for them. So I'm going to continue to look. I may just have to order some more. I can't imagine what I did with them, but oh well. Them biscuits look good, and I'm going to look for my parchment paper. It's really bugging me. I just found it. Oh my gosh, I went to pull out a pan and I found it. I don't know how it got where it got, but anyway, I won't make that mistake again. Anyway, now I can use parchment paper. I wouldn't even have to wash that pan if I had known where this parchment paper was. What's wrong with me? I just got these cheddar cheese garlic biscuits out of the oven. Oh my gosh. I ate that little one. These are my Southern style biscuits stuffed with cheddar cheese, garlic, and sausage. These are amazing. I will never, ever not make these. This is my new go-to. Oh my gosh. I can already tell they're gonna freeze well. These are my new Christmas Day biscuits. You gotta make them. You gotta try them. You see the little ones gone? You're fixing to see a great big one gone. The best sausage cheese biscuit I have ever had. I gotta take my mom some of these. I gotta take my grandson one of these. These are fluffy, perfect on the inside. They're not dark on the bottom. I always put a great big cookie sheet under my pans because I do not like a dark bottom, like my mom. But I want my insides done, and these are perfect. Look at that cheddar.